Imagine a world where the food you loved is quietly poisoning you, raising your risk for cancer, obesity, even diabetes, while hiding behind colorful brand and addictive flavors. Ultra-processed food make up 60% of average Americans' diet and 70% of our children's. The result, a hidden epidemic of cancer, obesity, and diabetes fueled by industry privatizing profit over our health. What if I told you that the food in your fridge might be deadlier than the cigarette in your pocket? That your soda would be more harmful than you ever imagined. And the food industry is knowingly feeding us products linked to cancer, obesity, and diabetes. From ultra-processed food silently killing millions to plastic poison leaching into what we eat and drink, to children becoming obese before they hit their teens. This is the story that food giants don't want you to hear. Today we will uncover the silent crimes of food industry, from ultra-processed snacks to toxic pesticide, plastic leaching into your meal, and childhood obesity. Stay to the end because the solution might just surprise you. This isn't a conspiracy theory, it's a crime hidden in the plain sight, committed by some of the most powerful companies in the world, and today we are going to expose it all. Studies show ultra-processed food floods your system with sugar, salt, and fat, but that's just the tip. Research reveals that plastic packaging shield microplastic into your body, and pesticides, common from the farm to the plate, they are linked to multiple cancer. During pregnancy, microplastics were found in the breast milk. Ultra-processed food now form nearly 60 to 70% of daily energy intake in many countries. 30 to 35% of all cancer deaths are linked to diet and obesity. Obesity rates have tripled worldwide since 1975. Today, over 650 million adults are obese, and diabetes affects more than 460 million people globally. Meanwhile, cancer remains the second leading cause of death worldwide. What if I told you these aren't isolated diseases but interconnected, and the food we consume play a vital role? This is not just about personal choices, it's about an industry that uses addictive ingredients, toxic chemicals, and defective practices to keep us hooked and stuck. What is ultra-processed food? It's food made not in kitchens but in labs. Think artificial colors, preservatives, and stabilizers. Most of it contains little to no whole ingredients. Ultra-processed food is not food. It's an industry product that is designed to hijack your biology. Ultra-processed food like packaged snack, ready meal, breakfast cereals are engineered for addictions. A massive review of 9.9 million people found diets high in these foods are linked to 32 harmful health outcomes, including cancer, heart disease, diabetes, obesity, and mental illness. A study from the American Society for Nutrition found that softer, ultra-processed texture cause overeating. Now, on average, people eat 369 extra calories daily without feeling fuller. Then the result, 50% higher risk of dying from heart disease, 48 to 53 increased anxiety risk, a 37% increased risk of type 2 diabetes in heavily ultra-processed food consumers, a 12% bump in cancer risk for every 10% upstick in these foods, linked to higher blood pressure, obesity, depression, kidney failure disease, and early deaths. Don't eat anything your great-grandparents wouldn't recognize as food. Let's talk about soft drinks, one of the most addictive ultra-processed products. Artificial sweeteners like aspartame are classified as possibly carcinogenic. Soft drinks, these are sugar bombs and chemical cocktails. Even diet sodas, which are zero sugar, don't spare you. They contain additives that disrupt metabolism. A 2024 Texas clinical trial showed that every 10% increase in ultra-processed food, including diet drinks, raised HB1AC by 2.28% and cutting them dropped it by 0.30%. Ask yourself, is that colorful candy or fizzy drinks really worth the chemical cocktails? These drinks also spare blood sugar, disrupt insulin, and stepping stone towards diabetes. Considered Maya. At 15, she drank 3 sodas daily. When researchers cut her off, she suffered headaches, crashing motivation, and intensive craving. Classic withdrawal syndromes. Her story isn't rare. A study of overweight teens found SSBs, sugar sweetening beverages, triggered neurological changes akin to substance abuse. And it's not just cancer. A study published just last month in May 2025 in the journal Advances in Nutrition confirmed what many say. Sugary drinks rise the risk of type 2 diabetes. Even fruit juice, often preserved as healthy, increase the risk by 5% per serving. There is rarely no safer lower limit when it comes to sugar drinks. They flood our system with sugar, leading to insulin resistance and metabolic problems. The average can of soda contains 39 grams of sugar. That's 10 teaspoons in one can. The American Heart Association recommends no more than 25 grams per day for women and 36 grams for men. But why? Because it's addictive and marketed like joy in a bottle. Food companies use addictive ingredients, excess sugar, salt, and fat to keep customers coming back for more. This isn't accident. It is not just empty calories. It's toxic, it's addictive, and it's driving the obesity and diabetes pandemic. Obesity and diabetes aren't isolated. They magnify cancer risk. Around 5% of cancer in the UK are due to excess overweight. Obesity increase your risk for at least 10 common cancer, including breast, kidney, liver, and pancreas. Type 2 diabetes also independently rising the risk of liver, pancreatic, and breast cancer. It's a cycle. Around 8% to 18% of individuals suffering from cancer also have diabetes. The food industry has hijacked our brain. They know exactly how to make food so tasty, so craveable that we eat it even we are full. Food isn't just calories, it's information. Bad food sends the wrong message to our genes, our metabolism, and our immune system. This isn't nourishment, it's manipulation. So next time someone asks, a calorie is just a calorie, remember this: 100 calories of soda is not the same as 100 calories of broccoli. Childhood obesity is not a fashion, it's a rise fasting pandemic. The way for early onset type 2 diabetes, fatty liver, and cardiovascular problems. Kids exposed to ultra-processed foods early develop long life cravings and metabolic issues. One mom said, "My 8-year-old could down a whole bag of chips in one sitting and still ask for more." The industry targets kids with toys, characters, and ads. These aren't snakes, they are additives in disgust. We are feeding children a toxic diet and calling it normal. Childhood obesity is skyrocketing, driven by aggressive marketing of ultra-processed food, sugar-loaded drinks, and school machine full of junks. Kids today consume up to 80% of calories from ultra-processed food. Obese children face early diabetes, fatty livers, respiratory issues, and a much higher chance of staying obese into adulthood. We are essentially paying them back to poor health later. This is what people don't understand. Obesity is a symptom of poverty. It's not a lifestyle choice where people are just eating and not exercising. It's because kids are getting sugar, fat, and empty calories but no nutrition. Whenever we think we are eating clean, there is another hidden thread: plastic. Microplastic has been found in 90% of bottled water, according to WHO-backed history. Everything from your soda bottle to salad wrapper might be adding plastic to your body. And yes, plastic is now in the human blood. A 2022 study in Environmental International found microplastic in 77% of body samples. It's not just what is inside the food, but the packaging too. Recent French tests found that soda bottle leaked micro and nanoplastic up to 62 particles per bottle after just 20 openings. Recommendations: avoid plastic near heat, no microwaving. Use glass or stainless steel and filter tap water. We often think fruits and veggies are healthy, but conventional produce can be contaminated with pesticides linked to cancer like leukemia breast. While regulations set safe, restrict levels, independent data suggests even low exposure over time can risk cancer rates. Choosing organic for high-risk items, strawberries, apples, and green leaves, is one of the best ways to reduce. A 2023 study from the University of California found glyphosate in the urine of 93% of Americans tested, and yet it's still used on millions of acres. Why? Because it's cheap and profit come from before public health. Let's dig into what you don't see: the chemicals. Glyphosate, a widely used pesticide, is labeled probably carcinogenic. Other chemicals have hormonal effect and possible birth effects. In the US, permitted pesticide may cause 4,000 to 20,000 cancer cases per year, while regulations say they are safe. Independently, experts call for stickers, limit, and organic choices whenever possible. Here is how you can fight back. Cut ultra-processed food. Aim for 80 to 20 ratio. Whole food 80% of time. Swap with whole grains, beans, fresh products. Ditch sugary and diet drinks. Drink water or unsweetened tea. Transfer soda into glass to avoid plastic. Choose organic when possible. Wash and peel produce. Cook more at home. Cooking delivers whole food control. Read labels. Look beyond the marketing claims. Check for added sugar, excessive sodium, and unhealthy fats, trans fats, and oils. The less ingredients you recognize, the more processed it likely is. Filter your water. Tap water may be safer than bottled. Use glass bottle and stainless steel for drink and storage. Reduce your reliances on single-use plastic. Push for change. Support school bans or junk food. Demand ingredients. Raise awareness. Share this video. Tell your family and friends. Small steps combined can add years to your life. Now, if this video stirs something inside you, do these things: like, subscribe, and share. But most importantly, take action. The problem is massive, but every step counts. Drop a comment below. Tell me which changes you will start with, and let's build a movement. Share this with someone who needs to see it. If you act now, you can prevent 9,000 plus heart diseases deaths in the next decade. The food industry would not change unless we change, and together we can demand better for our health, for our children, and for our future of food. Thank you.